My name is Kenneth Jackson. I'm going to be facilitating this conflict resolution session with y'all today. I work with GCS Facilitators and Consultants, and I'm one of the facilitators that specialize in conflict resolution. I'm a retired police officer, and I've worked with many cases where the situation is very hostile. It's good that y'all came in and decided today to sit down and talk like husband and wife supposed to talk, you know, in the type of environment that can be conducive to y'all resolving some of the issues that you may have. Would y'all like to state first what issue you have? But before we do that, let me go over some groundwork first. First, we want to respect each other. You know, we want to listen actively, because, you know, we don't want people cutting each other off and, you know, not letting them get their point out, so we can clearly define what the problem is. You know, we want to seek to engage in the conversation and be honest and open. That's another point that we really want to. We want to be honest and open and truthful as possible, because that way we can really get to the root issue. You know, we don't want to skirt it off. We don't want to sugarcoat it. We want to say directly that we know. And we want to all buy into the fact that we're going to come up with a solution. We're going to come with a solution, and we're going to work at it. It's going to take time. You know, we're not going to just heal a lot of conflict or issues that have been going on for years in one session. You understand? So y'all give me what's going on here.
Well, you want me to go first? And tell them, okay. Well, pretty much, I work all day. I work 12-hour shifts a day, and I work that shift at least 4 to 5 times a week. And when doing my off time, I'm always, you know, trying to do extra work here, extra work there. So I don't have a lot of time on my hand to really do a lot of things I would like to do. So I feel like when I asked her to do stuff for me, I'm asking her because it helps me produce better when I'm out doing other stuff that I feel like I'm doing to take care of us. And she's just not responsive in a way that I feel is going the extra mile to make sure I get what I want.
Would you like to respond to that?
I like the way he put that twist on it because he works, and like what I do is minimal compared to what he does. You know, he Mr. Correction Officer, and just because I'm a warehouse supervisor, my words don't mean nothing.
Okay.
I work all day having different men tell me what to do. So when I come home, I gotta have another man telling me what to do instead of asking me, "Hey, honey, you mind?" And if I don't feel like it, then maybe I'm just as tired. Just because he worked 12 hours, that don't mean I don't work. We just have two different work. Don't minimize what I do.
Okay, well, let me give you an example. I know gentlemen sound similar to what y'all were going through. Drill sergeant. He's drilling people to be soldiers. He got people who are green. He got to teach these people how to survive, how to maintain, how to be work safety, first aid. He's got so many different things that he's teaching these people. Now he's hardcore. He's yelling and constantly drilling people. So when he gets home, this was a case that I had. He got to go home to a wife, and you know, he can't cut that off. He don't know how to stop being a drill sergeant, and it's very difficult. You know, but it's a part of a toxic environment that he's been trained in. Now, he didn't learn it by accident. They're training him to be that way, specifically to be in somebody's face, to drill them. The purpose of trying to change them. One thing about change means growth. Anything that ain't changing ain't growing. From the time the seed go in the ground, it comes into a stalk, into a bud, but it's constantly changing. That means it's constantly growing. So he's trying to grow people. Now, he has a wife. She may have a job similar to yours, but she got men giving her orders every day, telling her what to do, this, that, and other. Even if he came home and he said, "Baby, could you please give me a glass of water? You got 2 legs, you got 2 arms, get it yourself." You know, there's conflict there, because she's been so fed up with him being so direct and assertive and yelling and this, that, and other. Even when he changes it don't matter. Plus, she's at a job, as I said, with men constantly telling her what to do. That, man, this is her time to, hey, let off some steam. You know, they say pressure busts the pipe.
But Excuse me, I don't mean to cut your wisdom. Shouldn't she have a better attitude about it? Did you just see her attitude?
Well, I don't think she had a bad attitude.
Thank you.
Like I said, one thing we want to do here is, first of all, be honest. She's being honest. She's
Okay.
being honest, she's being direct. That's the only way we get to the root of the problem. Let me
Okay.
tell you one thing. It seems like it's confusion, but you know what? Confusion is a good thing. Because you know what confusion tells me? Everything is present to be successful. It's just out of order. I'm going to say that again. Confusion is a good thing because everything is there to be successful, but it's just out of order. Illustration. This is a bottle of Coca-Cola. It's refreshing. It's thirst quenching. It's tasty. It's satisfying. If I open this up and I drink it, man, it's Coca-Cola. It's good. I enjoy it. I can pour it into a cup. I can pour it into a glass. But if I do this, if I shake this up, and what you think gonna happen if I take the top off?
It's gonna go everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a mess now. It's a mess. I can't enjoy it now because first of all, if I take this top off, the pressure gonna have it maybe go up to the ceiling if I shake it up. Because now it's out of order. It wasn't designed to be shaken up. Same thing in that relationship. You know, it's been shaken up. But if I let this thing sit, and in time, guess what? I can go back and open this thing up and drink it. Now, certain things, if I had a glass of, a bottle of milk or orange juice or water, I could shake it up all I want and take the top right off it because it's what's on the inside. It ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change. And that's what we're gonna get to the root of the problem. Some of the things are on the inside. You know, sometimes we lose our priorities. You know, you be focused maybe too much on that job, trying to direct these men and do this and that. And you know, the scripture in the Bible talk about how the church had lost its first love. Hey, maybe she wants you to be a little more sensitive to her and get back and caring for her, making her your priority. Maybe he wants you to do the same thing. I mean, it goes hand in hand. He feels like he's missing out on something that he's entitled to. And you have to work hard at a relationship. One thing about a marriage comes from a Greek word called gameo, which means jewel or precious stone. Gameo. G-A-M-E-O. It's where we get our English root word gem. And you know what happens? A marriage is supposed to be when two people become one, where they actually fuse together. And it's a process. I don't know if y'all saw the old Superman story where he had a piece of coal and a piece of wood. He busts out the side of the mountain with Lois Lane and he squeezed that wood and that coal together and bam, he turned it into a diamond. That's what marriage is. It's supposed to represent a diamond. And the only way that is formed is through heat, time, and pressure. That's forms a diamond. Any rocks, you could be two totally different objects, which you are. You're two totally different people. But heat, time, and pressure is supposed to fuse y'all together that you are no longer you, and you're no longer you, but y'all one. Y'all become one. And when you miss out on that, you know, it makes it really tough. You know, so you have to maybe be a little more sensitive to her. And like I said, I know it's hard to cut off the way you talk to men every day because you're trained that way. That's a part of that toxic environment. And if you're careful, you come home with a maladaptive behavior where you can't control it. It controls you. And you know, you working with men every day, maybe you might want to look for another job. You know, because you know you got guys that can be aggressive, constantly telling you what to do. You do 85% of the job, and next thing you know, hey, you say, hey, let such finish this. You get over here and do this. All right, no, I got something else for you. Go over there and do that. You got to be tired of men talking to you like that. You're not in the military. You do have at least the option that you can quit. The military, you can't just quit. You leave and they're coming after you. You wait. But you have options. Y'all need to come together, say what is best for each other. You know, like I said, with all the information I can give you, knowledge will puff up or make you get a big head. Or I'm Dr. this, or I'm such and such that. But love edifies, it builds up. It really does. Just have to be sensitive, to each other's needs. What else you want to share?